Hello, time travelers, and welcome, new time travelers. As always, if you enjoy learning historical events from around the world, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. Without further ado, let's get into today's historical events. Today we're going to start out in 1556 when Mughal power was restored in India following Bayram Khan's victory at the Second Battle of Panipat. Excuse me. Celebrated with fireworks as Guy Fawkes Day. This English holiday marks the anniversary of the Gunpowder Plot, when Roman Catholics, led by Robert Catesby, tried to blow up Parliament. The king and his family on this day in 1605. Moving on to 1838, Honduras declared its absolute independence, seceding from the United Province of Central America. 1872 is when Susan B. Anthony, a leader of the American women's suffrage movement, cast a ballot in the presidential election, and she was later arrested for voting illegally and convicted in a trial she called the greatest outrage history ever witnessed. 1911 is when American cowboy actor and singer Roy Rogers, who starred in films and television shows, often alongside his wife, Dale Evans, was born. 2 years later, in 1913, British actress Vivien Leigh, who achieved the motion picture immortality by playing two of American literature's most celebrated Southern belles, Scarlett O'Hara and Blanche DuBois, was born in India. The following year, in 1914, France and Britain declared war on Turkey, widening the conflict of World War I. 16 years later, in 1930, social critics Sinclair Lewis won the Nobel Prize for Literature, the first American to receive the honor. On this day in 1937, Japan relinquishes extraterrestrial rights to Manchukuo and transfers the administration of the South Manchurian Railway Zone to the Manchurian authorities. Three years later, in 1940, Franklin D. Roosevelt was elected to unprecedented third term as President of the United States. 1998 is when the journal Nature published a report about DNA testing had confirmed, still disputed by some, that a member of Thomas Jefferson's family had fathered a child with the slave Sally Hemings. The testing, however, was unable to definitively prove that Jefferson was the father. A final event happened in 2013 when India launched its first interplanetary spacecraft. The Mars Orbiter mission which was unmanned. And with that, we return to 2024 and our current history. And now, let's head into the animal kingdom for our 84th animal fact. When the earliest found depictions of dogs come from 8,000 years ago. Dogs have been mankind's or humankind's best friend for a long time, with a carving in rock face in Saudi Arabia showing a man hunting with 13 dogs. 2 of them even have leads. Now let's head into the science lab where someone left a family photo on the moon. When Apollo 16 astronaut Charles Duke landed on the moon in 1972, he decided to leave behind a photo of him, his 2 sons, and his wife. The photo remains on the moon to this day. And with that, if you enjoy learning historical events from around the world, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. I'll see you on the next one.